guys, welcome to the video. This is Hardly Gaming, and today I'm going to be bringing you a new sniper based PvE solo heroic build. So without further ado, let's just get into the build. Okay folks, so we are going to be using the marksman tree here, that is for the extra headshot damage, the reload speed, plus the sniper itself is quite handy. My primary weapon is going to be an M44 carbine here, rolled quite nicely, and the talent I'm going to be using is a lucky shot, which is really handy for these kind of low magazine bolt action snipers. Basically what this does, for those of you who don't know, is magazine capacity is increased by 20%, missed shots from cover have a 100% chance to return to cover, to return to your magazine, sorry. So that basically means that your magazine, you'll hit every single shot in your magazine, effectively. And when you miss, it's no biggie. You get your shot back and you can try again. So I would recommend you getting a sniper rifle of your choice. M44 carbine is also a good option. But I would recommend getting it with lucky shot for your PvE builds. My backup here is going to be the Nemesis. Again, not a perfect roll here. I've only rolled it a couple of times, I'm not going to put too much into it. And the reason we're using this is for the electromagnetic accelerator. So the way this works, as I'll show you in 2 seconds, is basically you keep your trigger pressed down, which increases the damage of your shot. This works brilliantly with your chest talent in this build. This, you can get it from farming the strongholds, although I actually picked up in the real world. I didn't mean to, I had been looking for it, but I was just doing a mission and boom, there it was. So yeah, if you haven't got this though, I'd recommend pretty much any other high powered sniper. This will be to deal with the long range enemies, and when I particularly don't need this one right now. So something like White Death would maybe be a good option, or even the long stick would also be a good option. So yeah, any high powered sniper would do fine. My backup is going to be a boomstick, just because it's always handy to have this as a backup weapon. And the gear pieces I'm going to be using, I've got a 1-piece ARPS, so this gives you plus 20% repair skills. And as you can see, I've also rolled onto it headshot damage, repair skills here, and an almost max repair skills mod as well. So that's a lot of repair skills from one single piece of item. My backpack here is going to be one of my 2-piece Murakamis, which gives you plus 20% skill duration and plus 20% repair skills, both very good abilities to have for this build. I have got critical hit chance. I'd rather have headshot damage, but critical hit chance is always handy. I've again rolled onto it repair skills, and I again have a quite highly rolled repair mod here. The talent for this, I probably would go with something different, but I haven't found anything better yet. So I'm using Composure, which actually works quite well with sniper builds. So whilst in cover, increases total weapon damage by 15%. So as long as you stay in cover, this is always active. So in some ways it's better than Companion, because this is always active, whereas Companion you need to have something nearby. My chest piece, I'm going to be using one of the new Walker Harrison Cole sets. This is a named item, the Chain Killer. This is not a difficult piece to find. I found 3 of them yesterday, 2 in one single mission. But this one, as you will see here, is pretty much god roll for this build. So this gives you plus a 5% weapon damage here. I've rolled onto it plus 15% extra weapon damage. I've got skill haste, critical hit chance, and I put on a max level headshot damage mod. Now, what makes this so interesting is this thing here, Perfect Headhunter. So after killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds, so it's a huge duration, deals an additional 150% of that killing blow's damage. Now, damage is capped to 800% of your weapon damage, unless your headshot damage is greater than 150%, and then it goes to 1250%. So this is why high-powered snipers work brilliantly with this, because you're going to be doing more damage, which means this gets added up as well. So with this build, you can get quite comfortably between 20 and 40 million damage if you aim it right and you get your headshots. I'm remembering, I know there are builds out there with higher headshot damage, but remembering this build had a lot of repair skills and a lot of durability as well. So my gloves I'm going to be using is one of a 2-piece of, I can't pronounce this one guys, Iraldi, let me know if I'm doing it right, Iraldi Holdens. which gives you extra marksman damage, which is always handy, and extra headshot damage, which is really handy. And as you can see, pretty much god roll item again, weapon damage here, rolled onto it, headshot damage, and I've got critical hit chance, which is again always really handy to have. The holster is my second piece of my Araldi here, which maxes out the weapon damage, and again, pretty much god roll, got critical hit damage, and headshot damage. And the last piece is going to be my last piece of Murakami, which gives me my second slot bonus there, plus I've rolled onto repair skills, and as you can see again I've got headshot damage. Now I would always go for headshot damage, especially with things like snipers and rifles, over critical hit, because headshot damage, as long as you hit the head, you get the damage. It's not a chance, it's not RNG, it is definite, you will get the extra damage. So I would, for sniper builds, I would always go for headshot damage. Anyway, so the two skills I'm going to be using is the Fixer Drone here. Starts off at 71,780 heals. In fact, I think that's all it's going to get, because I've not got any skill, I've not got any repair buffs on. But that on its own is more than enough for keeping yourself alive, as long as you use cover. And my second skill is going to be the Assault Turret, sorry. I wish you could use two drones, that'd be nice. But anyway, so the Assault Turret here sets at 47,995. Now, the Assault Turret doesn't do a huge amount of damage on its own, but what it does do is it distracts the enemies and it keeps them aggroed on it. It can protect your flanks, it can stop the things like drones from hitting you when you're scoped. So it's a really good skill to have as a backup for your sniper builds. So that's the build, guys. Let's just pop into the stats. So I'm going to show you here. So as you can see, not brilliant critical hit chance, not bad, but not brilliant. Rubbish critical hit damage, but again, this build is not based on these stats here. This is where it gets interesting now. 203% critical headshot damage, sorry, with a rifle that I'm not even using like the headshot mod, is really, really nice. And as long as I can hit a headshot, that's a definite 200% extra damage on my already. So I'll be hitting generally around 2 to 4 million damage basic, and then if I proc my chest talent, I could be doing between 10 and 15 million damage with this rifle, and as I said, with the Nemesis, you can easily get over 30 million. If we go to the Nemesis here, I've got 254% headshot damage on the Nemesis. Now, the way I've set out my weapons here, I've went for accuracy as much as possible, because I spent a lot of time using the Hunter's Faith in Division 1, where I got into the habit of snap aiming, pop out of cover, shoot someone in the head, pop back into cover. So I went for headshot, I went for accuracy, although if you can handle it, because remember, this is your primary weapon. If you're wanting a scoped weapon, I go for the Nemesis. So I don't like having scopes on my primary weapon, because I like to be able to see, so I went for accuracy here. I went for accuracy for the vertical grip as well, and I went for extra weapon damage in the magazine. How you set your weapon up is very much dependent on how you play. So I like these, but as I said, you could, if you wish to, go for the digital scope, or you could go for extra stability or weapon handling or whatever you wanted, or even 12 times if you wanted the extra scope. But for open world, I like to have one weapon which has no scope on it. I can't tell you how that's showed out, because that comes set. So, okay, so that is the weapons, guys. Let's just pop into the firing range. Okay, so we are here at the firing range. I went from all the way over here to all the way over here. Now, as you can see, I have my two talents procced here. One is from the marksman tree, one is from my backpack talent, and I'm just going to shoot this guy in front of me. Now, this will not do a huge amount of damage, but bear with me. Now you see, I've now procced my chest talent there. I've got 30 seconds. Extra damage, you see that? Huge amount of extra damage I get that. And I proc it again. It's got no cooldown. And as you can also see as well how fast my gun is zooming in. That's not zooming in, sorry, how fast the reticle's moving in. That's the accuracy. So you get less time between popping it on cover and shooting someone. Now, one thing that is quite interesting is I can now pull out my secondary weapon and have the buff still active. And that's we've got the buff again. As long as I keep hitting these headshots, I can keep doing this damage. So that was a 34 million now, 35 million. Remembering guys, this is a PvE solo heroic build. This build is designed to be able to withstand damage as well. So I will go over here, get the drone out, and I'm going to hurt myself. So it's certainly not as fast as my other builds have been, but with a sniper you should be able to keep your distance from the enemy. And as long as you're in cover, that should be more than enough to deal with any incoming fire. Alright guys, so just a little recap here. You're wanting just the main sniper rifle. I would recommend always going for a magazine fed rather than a bolt fed. You know, the single one, the one that you have to manually reload each shot. I would always go for one of these. It's just much easier for open world, especially when you're on your own. And I would always go for the lucky shot talent as well for your main gun. Your secondary can be any high pitched sniper you want. Your backup can be whatever you fancy. But I would say for your gear, you'll be looking for 1 Alp Summit, 2 Murakami, 2 Araldi Holdens, and as I said, the Chain Killer here is pretty much the bread and butter of your damage in this build. This will dramatically increase your damage, and it's not that difficult to find. Just go to an area that has chest piece as focus loot and just do open world activities and whatever missions in that area that have it on it as targeted loot, and you'll pick it up in no time at all. Alright guys, well that is the build. It's been serving me for a couple of days now. I've uploaded a few videos with this build. I will link one of them in the video in the description below, sorry, in the comments below. You can go check that out. It's just a nice little run I've done. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the build. If you give it a go, could you let me know? If you're not subscribed, can you please press the like and subscribe button? It really does help this channel. My last video, it was a gameplay footage and I got a dislike on it. And I know for big channels, likes and dislikes don't really matter. With my wee channel, it really matters. Every single like and dislike really matters, and I don't know why somebody would dislike some gameplay footage. Oh well. Anyway guys, I hope you have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.